Welcome back to Take Action News. This is the part of the show we like to focus on somebody who's making a difference in his or her community, making the world a better place, making their own community a better place. It is time for our Activist of the Week, and this week we are so pleased to honor somebody. She is the managing director at America's Voice, which is an organization dedicated to common sense immigration reform. She's the managing director. She's got an undergraduate degree from the University of Virginia, graduate degree from Dartmouth. She is in charge of guiding and implementing the organization's online Spanish language and English language communications programs. She's also a primary liaison from the organization to faith and law enforcement communities. Our Activist of the Week, Patty Kupfer. Patty, welcome to the program.
Great. Thanks, David. It's great to be with you.
It is great to have you. So, Patty, first of all, tell us a little more about America's Voice and what your organization is seeking to do these days.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we're at a pretty exciting moment, and America's Voice was actually founded in 2008, really following in 2007 there was an immigration reform bill that went through the Senate, and it sort of crashed and burned, sadly, and we were sort of founded in the aftermath of that legislative debate, and the idea was really that we had some great policy ideas in promoting immigration reform and bringing the undocumented immigrants out of the shadows across the country, but we weren't able. We really lost in the public sphere, and we weren't able to compete with the anti-immigrant folks that were out there in the news media and in the public sphere and the blogosphere in that world. And so we were really founded to try to help provide the pro-immigration and immigration reform movements with communications expertise, and to help to shape the debate, and especially in Washington, as the politics of the debate, and to be able to show that immigration reform was good for our country, it was good politics and good policy.
Patty, how did you get to the issue of immigration reform yourself?
Gosh, that's a great question. I'm originally from Southern California, and grew up in a very diverse environment. With I worked in restaurants in high school, and had a lot of interaction, with immigrants in my own community. But it wasn't really until later in life, after college, I spent some time living and working in Mexico. And, that was a time where I felt I spent a lot of time living and working in rural communities in Mexico, and felt just so incredibly welcomed by, families and communities there that were, had incredibly humble situations where, I would come, and they, just coming into their house, and they would welcome me and want to kill their only chicken just to provide dinner. And then right around the time that I moved back to the States was in 2006 and 2007, when the immigration debate here was really kicking off and getting started. And there was so much anti-immigrant sentiment in the country at the time that I felt very compelled to get involved, because I just sort of felt that there's, these millions of immigrants coming from Latin America that were coming to my country, and and the kind of treatment and welcoming that they were receiving just felt so different from what I had received when I spent time there.